friends, how we doing today? It's male nurse, but on a very good vacation today. We are in Greece. Bam! Look at that. Look at that. This is the view from the kitchen window. Right there. Let me show you this one. Show you one more. Show you this one. It's like a little half door. Bye. Look at that. This is the view in the morning from this little door shaft. So I'm not going to say that, this nursing salary is going to get you this trip to Greece all the time or at all, because anyone can make this happen. It's not just a nursing job, but it helps. It really does. It does help. It helps to be able to go and travel and go visit places, have experiences. It sets a very solid base level foundation. And maybe by the time you see this video, my other video is already out, where I go to say, some reasons why I think a man should make $100,000 a year as a base floor. Being a nurse helps you make $100,000 as your base floor. And when you have that as your base floor, it makes things like this so much easier to go and experience and go and travel. $100,000 is enough for a family, but if you have a dual home or dual income home, you and your partner, it's all just continually starts to help more and more. I'm gonna take you guys outside because I did shoot a self-talk video, but by the time you see it, it's gonna be a while. Let me show you this. Look at this. Look at this door. This is Greece right here. This is the view right here from the outside. All you're gonna hear is waves, ocean waves crashing on the shore, but I'll give you guys a moment here, just so you can see what I see. And this is beautiful. Beautiful. There's the most beautiful sunset yesterday. This is the island of Milos and a little village town called Klima. I'm gonna sit right here. But friends, like I said, having a nursing job, it helps. It gives you a very solid foundation to a career in life. And a lot of people don't get that. If you work for the state, you get even more. I get a lot of days off and they're paid. Right now I'm getting paid for the sick leave. And I get quite a bit when you work for the state. There's a lot of great benefits. But, that's a whole separate thing. You don't have to work for the state and be a nurse. But that's just what I'm doing. All I'm trying to do on this channel, friends, if you haven't, seen the message, maybe the message I've been expressing and sharing on here hasn't been as clear as I want it to be. I'm really hoping it gets more clear over time. But it's just for you guys to understand that as a man, we're capable of doing a lot of different things. And I call it the modern man. And that's a man who can do it all. And there's different pillars in this life that I like to focus on. Finances is one of them. That's why I tell you guys, go become a nurse if you're looking for a career to choose. You're gonna make $100,000, you're gonna have it as your base floor. That's one pillar. What are the other pillars? Well, the other pillars, another one apart from finances, is, mindset. Now there's clarity, right? Mindset, inner peace, which is the clarity. Then you also have relationships. Relationships are so important as well, because you can't get to the end of this life, friends, work so hard, and I've seen it so many times, but you get to the end of this life and you see those people ahead of you work so hard, and it all just gets swept away. Gets swept away in a divorce, gets swept away in a relationship that starts to fail, and it's like, here you are again, all this work you put in gets swept away and you start from the ground up again. It's far too common. It is far too common. So relationships is another pillar you have to really focus on. Another one is health and fitness. I mean, we can only do so much sometimes with our body. Sometimes it is genetics. Sometimes there's nothing more you can do. I'm gonna go inside because these waves are beating down. But sometimes there's really only so much you could do, right, about your health. But it doesn't mean you shouldn't work out daily. My exercise routine is so simple. It's 30 minutes a day, that's it. But the big foundation to the health and fitness is, counting your macros. It's very simple. Most people gain weight over time because they don't recognize their calorie intake. And then once you get your calorie intake under control, then you can actually start to utilize this puzzle of the macro system. How many proteins, how many carbs do you need? How many fats do you need? It's all individualized. If you have a really fast metabolism, adjust it while it's fast. Adjust your whole intake while it's fast, and then when it slows down as you get older and maybe you don't need as much, we'll adjust it, right? Adjust it over time. Let me show you this little window here too. Man, that's cool. Little window out here. I was just sitting right there. Sitting right there. Friends, this is it right here. This is a beautiful moment. So this life should always be about finding little beautiful moments. I mean, every moment is beautiful in its own right. But being out here in Greece in moments like this, flying from California here, it helps. But friends, I'm just trying to tell a story. That's all I'm trying to do, is just tell a story of a man who's just trying to continue to improve. Because I realize that the second you stop trying to do anything regarding growth in yourself, you're gonna stagnate. And what happens to still water? It gets nasty, it gets dirty, it gets undrinkable. And that's what happens to us in our lives. When you stagnate, you start to deteriorate, you start to just not grow anymore. And you stay the same person year after year, decade after decade. And that's what I'm trying so hard to avoid, friends. I'm just here to tell you a story. Hopefully, over time, it becomes more clear.